拍实说，大地海外升学。
Hi everyone, welcome to View Tutorial. I am Royce from Dadi OSSC. Today we are visiting UNSW and its foundation UNSW Global. The campus is around 20 minutes drive away from Sydney City, so it's not too far away and it's quite central as well, quite close to the central area. And the global facility is actually just one street away from the main campus area for UNSW. So everything is close to each other, so it's quite convenient for students if they are going to global for foundation and then going to the mainstream for degree. So as you can see, the campus is actually on somewhat of a slope. So it's a very unique thing, that they have two separate areas. Somewhat is called a lower area, and then there's the upper area. So today we'll be looking at some of the faculty facilities, which is mainly like the business faculty, and also the engineering faculty, which is also quite strong as well, and also any other student services or study areas that students will get to use while they're enrolled here.
Hi, my name is Celine and I am a third year med student. So I'm doing medicine right now.
My name is Nathan and I'm a third year commerce student, and I joined HASA 3 years ago actually, and it's been a big part of my life.
Hi, I'm Joanna and I'm a year 2 student studying journalism.
I'm Emma, so I'm a first year student studying economics.
3 years course, and then I'm in my last year now.
I enrolled in 2020. So now I'm year 2.
I enrolled in this year, which is 2022, so this is my first year. If I'm not wrong, it should be 2020, so economics is a single degree in business school, so it's a 3-year courses. Medicine is a dual degree, so I think it's a 6 years course. Okay, so I picked Sydney because I've got a chance to do an exchange program in secondary school, and I find the study environment of Australia is pretty good, especially Sydney. And I picked UNSW because I compared the business school among the unis in Sydney. I think I was more considering the environment first, so in terms of country. So I think I decided on Australia because the weather was really nice and I just really love the environment. So I was focusing on applying for Australian university. I think in the end I chose Sydney because it was a lot similar to Hong Kong, so I think it would be really easy for me to accommodate. Then I was looking into all the Sydney University, and then I really love the vibrant community from UNSW.
So in year 1, we're learning some how to write news and what is news and what should a reporter do. And then in year 2 we'll learn about some radio style, so how to do a radio and how to write the script. So economics is a very vibrant and dynamic degree, and also business school have given me a lot of support from both academic side and helped me to adapt to new environments like studying environments. Doing medicine is definitely really stressful, but I think it was really helpful that there's a lot of program available in the school. For example, there's a lot of peer mentoring program, and also there's a lot of seniors that I can go to for help. And I think it's also what really surprised me was that how helpful everyone was. So particularly my friends and peers in the year, they're really helpful and really open to just guiding each other with questions, and especially it's really close to exam periods right now, and everyone's really open to share their experience, their tips. So I think it was really great. Yeah.
Why UNSW is because it's a nice environment, obviously, and then everything in UNSW, what we provide is pretty good.
So back into secondary school, I actually traveled with my parents to Australia, and once I arrived here, I just told my mom that I love here. I want to study here. I think the most difficult part in my degree, economics, is the quantitative part. So it's compulsory intro courses, but you finding it's very difficult if you didn't do any advanced maths in high school. But I got really a lot of support from the faculty. We got tutorials, and we got a very clear ways to contact the lecturers or the tutors. It's got a very clear ways email or consultation period from them. I think the most important thing that I've been exposed to is from medical society. So they actually arrange a lot of peer mentoring program for international students and also their local students as well. And I think they also really focus on our welfare. I think they have started this self-care day for us.
It's just have fun, meet some new friends and do things together. And that really smoothed my university life because do some things with friends, and it really makes it like enriching my life. Yeah, especially with Hong Kong people, like with local Hong Kong people, I feel more welcoming.
I think it's because the influence from my family. Yeah, because my family are all like teachers, and also they work in some like news area, so that's why they always discuss news with me, like back when I was like just a child.
So this is the facility for UNSW Global, for students that's enrolled into the Global, the foundation courses, and this is basically where they will be doing their studies most of the time. So behind me is the student service that students could use. It's a one-stop shop. Basically, students, any general inquiries, any academic inquiries, or for the student cards, this is where they come over. They can just walk in and seek any advice or help that they may need from there. And then right now I'm standing in the courtyard for the students. It's open to them quite freely, so they can use it whenever they need, just for studying, for food, for a bit of chit chat and hang out with their friends and peers. And then within this building there's other facilities like a lot of classrooms. Each classroom can hold about 24 students, and again these are mainly for global students only for their classes. And then they have their own physics lab, which is also for global students as well. And students for studying classes for physics and all that, they can just use it. But if there's another classes like chemistry, bio, anything like that, they can use campus facilities from the main campus in the university. And then there is other study spaces as well. So there's a big lounge area, a quiet space indoors, and then there's also a lot of tables and chairs, and a lot of socket plugins for students that just outside of the classroom, so they can just really quickly do a bit of study and then enter classes when they need to. And then finally there's a common area for students to have a bit of food, use the microwave or the vending machine. So yeah, really just basically a facility just for global students.
So I think at the start of the year, I got really nervous about meeting new people. Like, how can I get along with people from different backgrounds that I haven't encountered before? But like very inclusive environments, you've got society for your degree, or you got society for your hobbies, that you share the same hobbies with those people. And yeah, so these are like really good chance for you to step out of your comfort zone, but you also got support backwards.
I chose to live outside of campus right now because of my class schedule, because I always have to travel to hospital for exercise night practices, so that's why I decided not to live on campus anymore. But back then I had a really good time just meeting new friends from all over the world in the college. Yeah.
I'm just living next to here, which is New College Village, and it's sort of an on-campus accommodation. Yeah, and then the year before I was living in UNSW Village, which is also on campus, and it's like super convenient. AC in NCV is pretty nice, like the air conditioning system. It's pretty nice, and I got my own toilet, so.
I actually commenced on 2020, but because of the COVID situation, so I've always stayed in Hong Kong for that year. So I came to Australia this year, so I just stayed the whole year in Colombo House.
I live on campus, which is UNSW Village. It's like an apartment, not a college. I pick apartment instead of college for my first year because I think it's a very good way for me to get used to the environment slowly. But I would like to try different accommodation throughout my courses. So I might think about moving to a college for my second year.
Well, I think for anyone in general, I think it would be really helpful to really look into what the university is like beforehand, and also it would be really helpful to if there's access to the current student, it would be really helpful to ask them for advice, because they will really know what the course is like and also what the student life is like. And I think it's also really important to do that before choosing an accommodation as well, because you really want to know which accommodation style suits you the best. So I think that's a general advice for everyone. As for getting into the medicine course, I think it would be really helpful to really understand the structure of the medicine course, because it's a 6 years program, so they split it into phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. And then within all the phases, they actually have different requirements and also what they're actually looking for.
I think when you first join this course, you have to pick your subject really carefully, because what I did is I messed up my course selection, and then it made me kind of not running smoothly throughout the course. Yeah, so that's what we have to be careful with. But with general advice for university students, just enjoy life.
I think in general, just enjoy your life in university. Yeah, just and then meet more like new people. Yeah, and then go out for like social events more. Yeah, and then for journalism students, just maybe read more news about Australia. Yeah, and then just write more because, like, you know, a reporter needs to write a lot of things. Yeah.
I think first of all you should look for all the accommodation choices on the UNSW accommodation sites, and when you want to like have a particular choices or interest, you can get to know more about the colleges or the apartment from the friends that live there.
Actually, there are a lot of places that we can seek help for, but I didn't really get any advice. The only sources I mentioned, like my mate, yeah. So, but she didn't actually tell me what to pick because she don't know what I want to do. So that's what we have to be careful with.
If you want to like look for more information about business school, so business school is a really inclusive community for you to take up many challenges, and you've got the chance to meet all people that you won't be able to encounter in your past lives. But more generally, if you are so nervous and don't know how to get used to new environments, and there's nothing to worry because you've got a very good platform, and you've got a very inclusive environment, you've got societies, and you've got support from academics. So UNSW can provide you a lot of support for your different aspects of lives.
Of course, I think here is better because back to Hong Kong is just online class. So it's hard for me like to ask questions or like ask some current journalism students because I don't really know them. So like when I arrived here, so I can like make some appointment with the professors or teachers, and also I can like talk with like my peers. Like it's a UNSW publisher. It's called Newsworthy. So it's a place they published UNSW students article. So when you write a news for like just for homework, and if the tutor think your work is wonderful, then they will just pass to Newsworthy and then they can publish your work.
So today we had a look at UNSW and UNSW Global's facilities. So very firstly we'll talk about the global facility for foundation students. Very straightforward. Basically students will have all of their classes inside the classrooms that is in the facility, and it also has its own common areas and study areas for students to do a bit of their studying or a bit of relaxing or just catch up at lunchtime, and also it has their own student services for students to ask any inquiries they may have, and also for things like student card, they get welcome to go over there as well to get that done. So it's very easy for global students to have their classes there, and if they need to go to any classes that is on the main campus with UNSW, it is just across the street, so it's very simple, very efficient for them to travel between the two areas. And now for UNSW, the campus itself, as I mentioned before, it is on some of a slope, quite special in a way that is separated into two kind of areas, the lower campus and the upper campus. And it's quite a large campus as well, and basically each faculty has their own buildings and different services for students to use and go to. For example, the engineering faculties is quite large. Basically the major fields of engineering have their own buildings, such as energy technologies, the electrical, even mechanical and manufacture. They have their own kind of buildings, so students can go to their buildings that is more focused on their areas of studies, and basically we'll have their classes there, then also their workshop there as well. In particular, something like quite special is the maker space that is located within the campus, where students can go to the maker space and work on their own projects and use their the equipments they need whenever for whatever project or group assignment they have to do it in their own spare time. So it is open basically every day in the weekday, and yes, students are just welcome to go in and use it whenever they need to, as long as they have their induction done and every safety guidelines they understand about it, then they can just use it really again whenever they need to. Another faculty that's particularly strong, I'm sure the business faculty, they have the iLabs, which uses data of the stock market to do more studies and research for students to get a better understanding of the materials that they're given to study on, and also on things like the stock market. So another area that we visited is the design area, which is design faculty for architecture architecture, and also for a lot of the other design courses. Again, similar to engineering, there's a workshop there. There's a lot of equipment, printers or laser cutters for students to use. As long as they have their induction done, then they're basically welcome to use it whenever they need to finish their, again, assignments and projects and any assessments they need. And finally, there is also a lot of different services for students to use, such as the village green, which is an outdoor area for them to do their sports or activities. If they want to organize bigger competitions or matches, they can make a booking on it. And then there's the library, always welcome to use, different food courts, cafes, and also the nucleus, which is the student hub for students to go in for any basically inquiries they may have, for any consultation they may need. They can just go in, check in and use the booking, and then they can go into the separate rooms for consultation. And even things like the student card can be also done there as well. So if you guys want more information about UNSW and UNSW Global, please feel free to contact our agency, and our counselors will be able to help you and provide you with more details and information about them. If you guys like the video, please remember to comment, like and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!